Good afternoon, it's Elizabeth Yeager here, and I hope you can all hear me. Good afternoon, it's Elizabeth Yeager here, and it's Timeout Thursday again. I'm being very, very brave today. My husband has had to go and take one of my granddaughters to dance, and I'm doing this all by myself. So I really hope it works. Today is the 27th of June. It is my auntie's birthday. She is in her mid-80s, I think, might be early 80s. But happy birthday, Auntie Joyce, and I hope you have a lovely day over on the other side of the world. Now, today I am going to show you, and you'll bear with me as I do this. And I'll make sure that I've got everything together. So here we go. So today I'm going to show you the perennial, what does they call it? Painted Lavender Suite. And this came out last year. It came with the stamps and with some flowers, butterflies, etc. And perennial postage was along with it. And it had the sentiments, and then we had two lots of dies, some that looked like postage stamps, different sizes, and dies to cut out some of these things. There was also, and there still is, the DSP, and I just wanted to show you quickly something. This is beautiful actually. You could just use this by cutting it in half and cutting it so you ended up with six pieces, and you can make some cards with that. On the other side of it, the B side, we've got like a gingham. One of my favorite ones is this one. Let me see if I can move that. That's it. Look at this, isn't this beautiful? It's got pretty peacock. It's just so pretty. The other side has beautiful leaves on it as well. And there's this one, which is just little lavender sprigs. And the other side is just the gorgeous grape. This one here would make a great scrapbook page too, if you wanted to. And the other side has this here with crumb cake. And then there's this one as well. I'm just going to show you a few of them. That one, and the other side is some lavender sprigs as well, and then we're back to the beginning. So today I'm actually going to use, which one is it? This one, to do my first card. So here we go. This is the card we're going to make today, and I actually really love this card. It's quite monochromatic, and I love just the way it has turned out. So what I started off with was a piece of basic white cardstock for the base, a piece of early espresso, which will go on top, and then the other side, or the B side, if those of you who remember records will remember that we have an A side and a B side. You could call this the B side of the lavender paper, and I'm going to use that with this. So actually, yeah, that's it. So what I've done is I'm going to put these two. Before I do that, let me put this ribbon on. This is natural ribbon that we have. Isn't it beautiful? And sometimes you wonder what to do with such a big piece, but I'm going to actually use it as a feature on this. So let me get my tape, and I'm just going to put this on the back. And put this about the center. See how that looks. Yeah, that's pretty much centered, I think. Now I am going to just put another bit tape there. And I'm going to place this on the early espresso. Very simple card. There we go. Now, using the perennial postage dies, I cut out some crumb cake, and what I'm planning to do is to put 3 of these across it, just like I did on this one. So let's actually let's put this on the base of the card. Just so it sticks well. I've used a white card for this one because I've done some white embossing. So what I've done is I've taken these and I have embossed them with the flowers from the Painted Lavender. Done it in Versamark and then white embossing powder. And I've made sure that I've got a good lower layer of Versamark on this before I put the white embossing powder on, so that you can get, because you'll notice that this butterfly is a little bit faint on the side, whereas this one's better. So what I'm going to do is these are going to go on my card like this. So just that. And this card you could use for someone who's unwell. You could even use it as a sympathy card if you wanted to. So let me put some dimensionals on the back here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do this one next. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the last one. 1, 2, 3. And good afternoon, Sharon. It's lovely to see that you're supporting me today. I need all the support I can get today. So these are going to go like this on either side. So let's do this one first. And get all of those backs off. And I'll put that on so it's just about there. Now let's do the other side. I always like to do the 2 outside ones first. Or you could do the middle one first, I guess. That one on so it's, yeah. There, and the final one. And because I'm not sure what I'm going to use it for, I've just put big hugs on it with the butterflies. Now the big hugs was on the perennial postage. There it is, big hugs. So it fitted beautifully underneath the butterflies for what I wanted. That's my first card. Very pretty. Next card I'm going to do is a little bit more traditional me, but this one here. I love this card too. I love lavender. I love having lavender in the garden. So what I've decided to do with this one is use Gorgeous Grape for the base and a white layer and some. So let me put it together for you. I'll move that one right over there so it's not in my way. Okay, so this is my base, and what I've done is, this will be the inside of the card. I'm going to do that first. So I have cut out a piece of white cardstock, and before I put that on, I'm going to put some glue on this and place this on the bottom. But before I even do that, I'm going to get my pretty little flowers that I've cut out in Gorgeous Grape, and I'm just going to place them up like that on the side. So let's do that first. That's the best thing to do first. Turn them over, and again, I've got my trusty little glue, so I don't get too much. Just a little bit on the flowers. Here we go. My granddaughter has got a really nasty cough, but she insisted she wanted to go to dancing this afternoon because she teaches the little ones, and she said they would miss her if she wasn't there. So I'm hoping she'll be okay. Just pull that little center bit out and that little center bit out. There we go. And yeah, I like this too, Sharon. I love the way that they continued this into the catalogue this year. And you know, when you go on Pinterest, there are so many cards that have been made with this, and especially with the DSP. But I wanted to try and do something that was a tiny little bit different. So there we go. Those two can go like that. And then I'm going to put some runner tape on this. And put that on the bottom. So that's the inside of my card. Let me push that down a little bit. I'm just not happy that it's in the right spot. That's better. Okay, turn it over. We'll place that on the back, inside. Okay. There we go. I love that. But I'm a bit biased. Now for my white layer, I have again done some scoring. I think from memory, I have my ruler somewhere on the table, but I think I did this about 2.6 or something in. Not quite sure when. Oh, there's my ruler there. It blends in. So the first one I did 2 centimeters in, and then 2.4 and 2.8, I think it was. So I've scored it down one side like that. So that's going to be there. I've cut a piece of the DSP, and that's 5.5 by 14.3, and it's going to go on. But before I put it on, I'm just going to put some tape down the back. And I've got my 2 strips of gorgeous grape. I shall put one there, and one there. Okay, so that's going to go on top of this. But before I put it on, I have a piece of gorgeous grape that I want to put on the card first. So let's take that over. And I'm just going to put it on the layer, like so. And then I'm going to add some tape to the back of this. And put that on my card. Oh, about, so it's centered, right there. Okay. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is add this sentiment. You can see why I put the gorgeous grape underneath, because I really don't want it to cover the DSP, and I just want this. And this sentiment says, "You are loved beyond measure." Beautiful sentiment for anybody, this one. And it's in place. Okay, now I've die cut out some gorgeous grape and white flowers, and what I'm going to do is, I'm hoping that I can do this. This will be fun. I'm going to put them all together, like so, and this one, and I will fix them up. So they're just going to be on top of each other for the moment. If I can get them all to sit. And I have some white threads in here on the table here that I'm going to use. And I took it out to use it, and now I can't find it. Isn't that always the way? Probably sitting in front of me somewhere. Let me have a check and see if it hasn't fallen down. I'm hoping I'll be able to tie them all together. And it's missing. Oh, that is incredible that it should go missing. Let me have a look in here. Not in there. I have no idea where it's gone. Oh, here it is. It's hiding in the back of this other card. Just don't want to lose everything out of that. Got a bit squashed this, but it'll work. There we go. So I'm putting the purple or the gorgeous grape on the top. Just push out those two little bits. And I'm going to cut. Well, actually, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to tie these together. So let's get this one like that. This one on top. Like that. And I'm just going to put this around all 4 stems. Let me pick underneath it so I can move them. And I'm going to tie them all together like I was making a bouquet. Okay. Before I do anything else, it looks a bit strange, but actually this works quite well. Put down there, so it's down in the bottom. There we go. And turn those around so that they're like that. And let's tie this in a bow. I was watching someone tie bows today on a dress, and I thought, well, it's an interesting way to tie them. Get this together. Funny how you can be all fingers and thumbs when you go to do this on Facebook Live. Probably are most of the time anyway. Okay. Untangle it from all the threads and straighten my bow a little bit. And I shall cut the end off. I may cut a little bit more off. Now I'm going to turn these over in a moment. This one is got caught. I want to actually have it to the right. It's got caught in a lavender leaf. Is its problem? There we go. Okay. Now, turn them over, and I'm going to put some glue on the back ones first to put it in place on the card, and then I will deal with the lavender afterwards. It's coming out. So there we go. Back in. And you can see that I actually have put it on top of the sentiment. I'm hoping that this will work. Like so. Okay, I just want it to be there. Okay, let's pull that one up a teeny bit. I can trip that off anyway. Okay, now I'm going to, that's those two down, and I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the back of this to hold it in place. And you can see it has come out, so you could do it like this as well. Let's push that one out of the way so I can get this one in. push it down. And this one is going to go in, but it's going to go down here. So it's going to go in and down that side. So let's, we'll fix the end in a minute. Get some glue on the back. Just a few tips of glue, it doesn't need a lot. Just enough to hold it in place. And then you have sticky fingers. Here we go. And I'm going to actually take that off and put it on again now that I've stuck those down, because I'm not happy with the way that that slipped on me. So let's get it opened. It's good to do with sticky fingers. We have a beautiful day today. Although it's a little cool, it's lovely to see the sun. There we go. Cut another piece, but hey, you know, this is much more fun. Let's do this. Okay, and I shall tie it, and I'm actually going to put a glue dot underneath that end, just to hold the stems together. So let's grab the glue dot, roll it up, put it down there, and then I've got my thread. That's it. And let's tie this in a row. One, two, three. There we go. And in here. Now, to finish it off, I've got some purple fine shimmer gems, and I'm going to add those to the top. So there's 3 colors in this. It's sort of like a blackberry bliss, gorgeous grape, and I think this is Highland heather. So I'm going to use the blackberry bliss. I'm going to use the big ones. Put one there. Another one underneath, and another one underneath. There we go. And this is all going to be placed on the card. Isn't it a beautiful layout? I love this. I get quite excited about creating, and I think the more you create, the more inspiration you get. So it's wonderful. So here we go. It's going to go on the front of the card, just like that. And it's just a beautiful card as well. So that's number 2. Now, last weekend we had Creativity Now, and I was very excited because we got to use some embossing, these, what do you call them, special enamel effects. Now, when I came home, I thought I had different colors, but I wanted to experiment with this card here. So what I did was, I decided I would like to do one in Sharon's favorite colors, which are Pretty Peacock and Lost Lagoon. And what I've done is I have done a little bit of prep for this, so you'll forgive me for this. There's my ribbon. I'll just get everything out, set that aside. So I've got a piece for the inside, which I will use in a minute too, and a bit in the outside. Now, because this stuff takes a while to dry, I'm going to show you how to do it, and then I have one that I did a little bit earlier that is dry. So let me show you what I did. We don't have Lost Lagoon in the metallics, so I decided to make my own. So I got the Paralyzed White enamel effects, and I put it, a whole lot of it like this. And this is actually really clever. I was so excited to do this. And then I got my Balmy Blue, the refill, and I just put a little dot of it in the middle. Now, I'll find my spatula and I'm going to colour it. Oh, look at that. Isn't that cool? No, don't know if I have enough there, but we'll see how we go. Okay, so I'm just going to put it on this. I might have to make a little bit more. And I'm just going to spread it like this on the card. It doesn't have to be smooth. In fact, the whole idea is that it sort of looks a little bit rustic. Okay, now that's going to take a while to dry. Just remember that when you've done that, you need to clean off your implement so you don't end up with that on it. And I use my stamp block and I'll clean that off as well so that it's clean. There we go. And so I'm going to leave that to dry. Now, by the miracle of all of this, I have done one that I had done earlier. Here it is. You can see it's random. This is the one I did today, and it ends up with that beautiful shimmer on it. What I'm going to do before I do anything else is I have my machine here, and I have on the table somewhere my embossing folder for exposed brick. And I'm hoping I can find it because it sort of gets a bit messy here. And let me have a quick look amongst my stuff. Pardon me for just a second. Move this so I can see where I might have put it. I had it. You know I'm really good at losing things today. Where are you, Mr. Embossing Folder? Don't know where it's gone. And I really need to use it. Did I hide it? I can feel it under my feet. Look at that. There it is. It's fallen on the floor. Okay, so for this one, I'll take that off and see if that works. I'm going to put this in the inside. I might put it this way, I think. No, I'll put it that way. And I'm going to run it through the machine with the embossing plate. Okay. Now, when I take it out, it's sort of stuck to the top. Let me move this off the table. Away. And here's my pick tool. Get it off the embossing folder. It leaves a beautiful brick embossed. You probably can't really see it on the screen, but it's brick embossed. And what I did was then I stuck that onto some Lost Lagoon like this. Okay, so let's do that. This technique was so much fun. You can find these metallic pearlized effects in the catalogue, and I think it's page 109 and 111. They come in all different colours. So I'm going to put that on, and then I'm going to get some of my Lost Lagoon ribbon, and I'm just going to tie it around this in a knot at the bottom. Not being too worried about where it goes. Just want to tie a knot. a little bit. Move that out of my way. It's got caught on that side. And that side, I can make that shorter if I want to. I'm going to put it in the middle so the knot's down the middle. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these sprigs on it. And I'll start with the white one because I want to put it in on the back first. So let's get my glue and we'll start at the top. But it is a beautiful, we did this in Creativity Now with the metallic copper, I think it was, on Saturday. But I discovered you could use any color if you use the white parallelized one. So that's going to go on like that. Then I think the next one I want to put on is this one, and I'm going to put it over to the left. So let's get that. Yes, the embossing is amazing, Sharon, with the metallics. It just leaves this beautiful shine on it, and I was just playing around to see if I could do it, and I discovered that you can just use any color you want by using the refills. So it's worth trying. There we go. That one's on. Next one I put on, I think, is this one. I'll just put the centers out of these flowers, and I don't think the centers went out of them, but that's okay. I'm going to put that one on next. I think I'll put it down like that. And I'll do one more. I'm going to put it over here. And you notice that I haven't used any other colors other than the Lost Lagoon and the Pretty Peacock. Okay, there and there. Change them around a little bit from the other one, and then I'm going to put this on last. Okay, now I haven't tied them or anything, I've just put it like that. So there we go. So that's that. Now what I want to do next is, I think I'll put that, let me grab that piece of cardstock because I will need it in a minute. Let's do the inside next before I put that on. I've got one piece left over. So what I'm going to do is, again, put glue on the back. Now if you wanted, I guess you could put some of the adhesive strip on this and use that before you cut it out, but I don't mind doing this. Something very satisfying about being able to do it. Here we go. Put it on just on this side, like that. Turn this over. Put it on the inside. There we go, that's the inside of my card. Then I'm going to put this on next. I just want a bit extra there on it just to make sure it stays on, and put it on like that. And then I have, and I believe there's still the Faceted Gems, a trio pack, Lost Lagoon White and Smoky Slate. And you know, with these embellishments, you very often find that you have them left over, and I have heaps that are not current, but if they've got the color that I want, I'm quite happy to use them. So here we go. This is a Lost Lagoon. Put one up there and one over there. So that's that. Now, I could leave it like that if I wanted to. Or the other thing I can do is get a piece of white thread or twine, and I can put it on top of my knot. I haven't cut it yet, so this is what I did in the other one. And I've just tied a double bow. I doubled it and I tied it, and I don't want it to be the bows to be too huge. So here we go, and I shall cut the end off. And that's our card. And isn't that beautiful? I really love that. I was so excited. It's lovely to be able to create something that you've thought up and done, from scratch. So I was really excited about this one. So that's my 3 cards for today. Just thinking a little bit outside the box for all those ones that in Pinterest. But I hope you've enjoyed those. I've loved making them, and I hope to see you next Thursday. And I should be here, I believe, at the usual time. School's almost finished for the term, and I'm looking forward to the holidays, when I don't have to teach piano, I don't have to go to school, and all that sort of thing. So make sure you leave this here to dry for a while. It's almost dry, but you'll notice that it's still a bit damp in some places. So I left mine for probably about 3 or 4 hours, and then I knew it was totally dry. You can also use your heat gun to dry it, but I just left it to dry. So that's another one I can try later on. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed it today, and thank you, Cheryl and Sharon, for joining me today. I've loved making the cards today, and I am so pleased that it went okay. It's given me a little bit more confidence. So thank you very much for joining me. I'm going to say goodbye. And I get to the right one. Here we go.